Hello. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to be using Matcha, which is this real pretty green color, and then Brassy and Bossy, and we're using the glitter from Moscoto Red, and we've used it before. We used it over avocado, and it's not pink, it's salmon, and it gave it a real fun look. This time we're going to try it over darker colors. I want a little bit more of this golder looking, so that's why I'm doing Brassy and Bossy underneath. I was thinking about doing, you could also do Goddess. Goddess is a little bit lighter. I thought that it wouldn't show up as well through. It might just kind of blend in. So I was hoping that the brighter color from the Brassy and Bossy would show through. And then we're also going to put it over here. So our middle and our ring finger are going to have this overlaid on it. And we'll see how it looks with the different colors. So obviously this is a darker green. Matcha is over what we had before when we used it with avocado, which was a lighter green. So just want to kind of see how this color, this glitter. So Moscoto Red comes with red, like a wine color solids that I haven't used yet. I've been using the glitter. Because I believe, and I'm not positive because I haven't seen it. So I've seen Moscoto Red, but so I knew that the glitters were like this. But there's one called Moscow Mule. There's a set called Moscow Mule, and I believe the glitters are similar. So if you wanted just this glitter, you could do Moscow Mule. I need to order it on its own and see, and because I believe that it's just a full set of just this glitter. But it kind of looked like it might be more solid, and I like how this one is kind of see-through. There you go. See how you can see the white through? That means it's on the clear. So that's why you're able to see that difference. So I don't know if Moscato would be the same. I believe Moscow Mule, excuse me, would be the same. But I believe that one is in stock, whereas the Moscoto Red is out of stock. But I believe Brassy and Bossy and Matcha, the other two I'm using, are still in stock. So, but like I said, this month is all about getting, this month is all about trying to see how many uses we can get from our sets. So this is our fourth. We will be opening one set, and that is because I didn't have enough of the color I wanted. Well, I haven't opened it yet, but we will be opening one set next week at the very end. So we will be using one set brand new. But other than that, for the most part, the goal was to reuse our sets and be using sets. So that's what I've been posting all week, or all month, excuse me, I shouldn't say week, but during the week I'm showing you how I've used the sets several times. This is actually only our second time using Matcha. We've only used it once before, and I think I only used 2 strips. So this is actually the second time, so plenty of uses left, obviously, if we're only using it. We used 2 strips, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 this time, so we've only used 6 of the 18. So it's a real pretty dark green color. This one came out around when they released the Christmas releases. It came out. It actually matches kind of one of the Christmas releases that came out, if you wanted to get that one and then mix it with the solid. But it's a real pretty solid. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. I guess maybe it's kind of it's not as deep of a green as Green Envy. Green Envy is a little bit more of green, different green. It's a different color. I don't know if I've worn that one before and posted it, but it's not quite the same. Now, Brassy and Bossy, this is actually going to be our 5th time using this set. So we're at the very end. I think there's maybe 2 strips left after this one, 2 or 3 strips. I'm actually surprised it's lasted so long. It's one that I actually did not care for. I realize I'm off camera as I'm talking. Sorry about that. It's not one that was my favorite or one that I really cared for. I was kind of like, you know, I could do without it type idea whenever I first joined and I saw it, because it's been around for a while. this color, and it just wasn't. But I got it last year for fall, and I wore it once for fall, and then I've paired it with a couple things, and really that was totally on my skin, so hopefully this will stay. I'm going to double you up, so I need you to stay. So really, it's not, I guess I liked it, I guess I should say. It's not as bad, but yeah. So I used it a few times, and it's not what I thought it was. I was kind of like, ew, I don't really like that color, but it's grown on me. It looked really good with, I wore it with indigo because I wanted the orangey color, and of Brassy and Bossy to mix with the thing. My husband calls it the pumpkin spice nail polish one. He says it looks like a sparkly pumpkin. And it kind of does. So that's why I had chosen it for fall last year. I think it was last October I wore this one. Or September. So I can't remember when I did my fall looks. Anyway, but that was the first time I wore this one. And it's really pretty. And it's grown on me. So now this is the 5th time we're using it. So crazy. Yeah, the colors that you think that you're not going to like. So we're going to mix it, but we're not really going to probably see much of it because we are going to put this one over it, but I just wanted that orangey color to come through, and I'm hoping it pulls on those orangey colors. And then we're also going to be using the matcha. Make sure my little, sometimes I get little hangnails on the side here, and I don't see them, and then it's a pain. Just got to narrow this down. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a real fun look idea. I have a post tomorrow that will show you the inspiration for this. Unfortunately, I didn't see a credit. It was a pin on Pinterest, and I thought it looked real pretty. The color combinations that made me think to do these colors together. And so that's where I got the idea from. And then it was perfect because they were all sets that I already had in my stash here. And I'm gonna have to go through and start figuring out which ones are good. And as you go, you know, I mean, I keep saying the whole goal of this month is to get as many uses as you can out of your sets. It's July. This is our, in summer is usually where our income cuts back, I would guess you could say, for us in our household. I know other places it might be their busy time, so maybe they're not, but it didn't necessarily cut back this year because at my husband's work it's doing really good, so that's nice. But sometimes so the point of this month is to just highlight how you can get the most out of your packs without getting into your guys' personal information, asking you guys questions. But because I think that's important, that's one of the things when it comes to shopping and spending for me, is I like to think of what's the long-term use of this. Is this something I'm going to get multiple uses from? Is it one time? Is it worth it? Is it enough for the value? And that's kind of why I wanted to show how many times I get to use these, because it's not just a one-time thing. Because that can impact whether you make a purchase or not sometimes on something. If it's going to be something you use frequently, or if it's just going to be an expense. Okay, so we've got the matcha down. Now I'll do my pointers, and then we'll go and we'll overlay the next one. I just want to make sure that we have it nice and smooth down really well. But this has been a really nice set matcha. I really liked it when I used it before. Only used it, I paired it with Tranquil Seas and Alps, and of those three, I felt like this one lasted really well. Probably it also depends on the fingers you put it on. That's my other thing I need to do this year, is I need to do maybe next month. I'm not sure. Depends on what I decide. I'm still iffy if I'm gonna see. I'm waiting for this little bruise to grow out, and I wanted to go back to the DIY nails, but I'm thinking it might be September. I was thinking it was going to be August, but here we are. We've got this week and then one more week, and I don't think it's going to have grown out. So I'm thinking DIY nails is going to have to be a September thing. But to bring back the DIY nails, so I think we'll have to just wait. But what was I saying? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I need to do a month of the 2 weeks, because I want to do one of those where you guys see me wearing them for 2 weeks and how long they last. And I like it to be, well, last time I did it with all just one set, but I'm wondering if I should do it with a mixed manicure too. It's just because sometimes certain nails get banged up. So that's why I like to do it with one set, because then you can see. Am I off camera today? I feel like this is going to be off camera. I need to go back and watch this, because I'm not going to. I hate whenever I'm off camera. So sometimes what I do is I take these videos and then I upload them to my YouTube channel. But if they're not very good, I don't like to, because then people comment about, I can't see anything. And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, I know, because I'm a terrible at paying attention to the camera where it's at. I should watch what I'm doing with the camera, and then I would know if it was on. But habit is to look at my nails, not the phone screen. Okay, where are you at? We're right here. Come on. And then you're overhanging there. Would you come off? There. Okay, there we go. So we've got those on. Now, because I filed, what I like to do is I save my little alcohol. I don't know that you have to do this, but I like to make sure that where I'm going to put the overlay on, that I make sure to clean off any of the fine dust. Okay, so we're going to overlay this. These are not the right sizes, so we do need to trim them. And I traced them. Yeah, okay, this one goes on the ring finger. So my hope is that it will be I'll be able to see that orange really well through from the Brassy and Bossy. See, it's got kind of the same orangey color glitter in here, but I was worried if I put it over Goddess, it wouldn't be as orangey. So we've got this one here. Okay. Make sure it's nice and smooth on there since we made it double. Don't want to have. How's that look in comparison? See? Don't know. And then lay it over here. Oh, off screen again. Off camera. Come on. On top of this one. And you can see where I ripped it. Oh, it's not quite. When I cut it, I didn't cut it round enough up here. It's a little bit more squared. So you see a little bit of the Brassy and Bossy at the top, but I don't think it's too noticeable right there, because it kind of ones. Okay, let's file this. So I'm wondering how this is going to look in comparison to the when I had it over the others. Oops, sorry. This might actually probably be more of a fall winter look, but I think it's pretty either way. And it's something you can bookmark for then if that's the consensus when we're done. I don't know. Maybe it could be year round. What do you think? See, okay, so we've got it over Brassy and Bossy here. And now we're going to put it over. Now we're going to put it over the matcha. Goodness, come off my thumb. There, a little edge. So. Not sure if you can tell the difference over the green. A little bit. Oops. Bump the camera again. Oh. It's not the perforation, that's the perforation. This one. Don't feel it's on the skin, so we're gonna cut this little piece off right here. Smooth that down. And then we'll file it down and then we'll see if we can tell the difference. It might be one of those where you can tell in the light, but yes, dear. Huh? I don't think it spells anything. Maybe it's a acronym. I'll come look. It might be like letters that stand for other words. There we go. Okay. So, there it is. Matcha. Smooth that back down. I feel like is it lifting here? I cut it a little bit too much on the side, but that's okay. Probably won't even notice it. See, make mistakes. So there it is over Brassy and Bossy, and then over Matcha. So it gives another little look. You can kind of see it too. But yeah, I'm liking that. Really liking it. It's so pretty. Okay, so we'll just put Matcha on the thumbnail. is matcha with, and I messed up this side here. Okay, so that is matcha. Is this green? Brassy and Bossy is an orange color that you, if you're just coming on now, you might not. This Brassy and Bossy is under this Moscoto Red, and this one is matcha is underneath, and you can see where I messed up and I cut it off with my cuticle stick, but it's not too bad. It's not bad, but yeah, I need to get this little edge here. It's not very nice and smooth. You can see that in the camera. Can't see it with my eyes. There you go. So this is our look for today. It's a little bit on the darker side as compared to last week, but really pretty. I'm really loving the way this Moscoto Red looks over different colors. Adds a little bit of fun gold detail. So thank you so much for watching this week, and if you're catching the replay, let me know. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.